Welcome to my class of mobile computing. Today we will learn packet delivery and handover management. IP packet delivery. This is the diagram. You can see this is the diagram of IP packet delivery. This is an IETF standard communication protocol designed to allow mobile devices such as laptop, PDA, mobile phones, etc. users to move from one network to another while maintaining their permanent internet protocol address. Defined in Request of Comment 2002, mobile IP is an enhancement of internet protocol that add mechanisms for forwarding internet traffic to mobile devices when they are connecting through other than their home network. This is the diagram of IP packet delivery. In the first step, CN wants to send an IP packet to mobile node. This is CN. What CN wants? CN wants to send an IP packet to mobile node. CN is actually correspondent node. What is correspondent node? At least one partner is needed for communication. The correspondent node represents this partner for the mobile node. The correspondent node can be a fixed or mobile node. Now next is internet. Not having into one on the current location of mobile network. Routers or the packet to the router, that is called home agent, which is responsible for home network of mobile node. I hope everyone will be able to remember what is home agent. Home agent provides several services from the mobile node and is located in the home network. The tunnel for packets towards the mobile node starts at home agent. Home agent maintains a location registry, that is, it is informed of the mobile node's location by the care of address. Home address now intercepts the packet to find the current location. Not found in home network. If a mobile node is not found in home network, then encapsulated and tunneled in the COA. COA is care of address. A new header put in front of old header showing that foreign agent COA as the new destination. Now what do you mean by, what is the meaning of FA? FA is foreign agent. Foreign agent can provide several services to the mobile node during its visit to foreign network. The foreign agent can have the COA actually as acting as a tunnel endpoint and forwarding packets to mobile network. Foreign agent can be the default router for the mobile node. Foreign agent now decapsulates the packets and removes additional header. At the end, receiving end, the foreign end decapsulate and the packet header is removed. Last, this is the last step. Mobile node sends the packet as usual with its fixed IP address as source and CN's address as destination. CN is correspondent node. Now I hope all of you remember the process of IP packet delivery. Just quickly let me recapitulate once. The mobile IP process has following three main phases. First one was agent discovery. During agent discovery, both the HA and FA advertise their services on the network. Next is registration. Second one is registration. Main purpose of registration is to inform the home agent of the current location for correct forwarding of packet. And the third is tunneling. A tunnel is used to establish a virtual pipe for data packets between a tunnel entry and a tunnel endpoint. Now, in cellular telecommunication, the term handover or handoff refers to the process of transferring an ongoing call or data session from one channel connected to the core network to another channel. In satellite communication, it is the process of transferring satellite control responsibility from one earth station to another without loss of interruption of service. Now we will learn the basics of handoff management. Basics of handoff or handover. We will learn the basic. In cellular communication, the handoff is the process of transferring an active call or data session from one cell in cellular network or from one channel to another. In satellite communication, it is the process of transferring control from one earth station to another. Handoff is necessary for preventing loss of interruption of service to a caller or a data session user. Handoff is also called handover. Like in Europe it is called handover, and in North America it is called handoff. Handoff is a process that occurs when mobile is handed over from one access point to another. That is, the access point which the mobile is using changes. Either handover or handoff can be abbreviated as HO. Now, what are the actually there are some situations for triggering handoff. Handoffs are triggered in some situations, like if a subscriber who is in a call or data session moves out of coverage of one cell and enters coverage area of another cell, a handoff is triggered. Next situation is each cell has a predefined capacity, that is, it can handle only a specific number of subscribers. If the number of users using a particular cell reaches its maximum capacity, then a handoff occurs. Cells are often subdivided into microcells. A handoff may occur when there is a transfer of duty from large cell to small cell and vice versa. Handoff may also occur when there is an interference of call using the same frequency of communication. How the handoff is managed? First step is handoff detection, and the next step is handoff assignment. Handoff detection, how do you detect that you should handoff? Handoff assignment, who initiates handoff? Now we will learn how handoff occur. As mobile station moves away from the base station of the cell, the signal strength weakens and the radio connection of mobile station is changed to another adjacent cell. This is how the handoff happens. This is a curve showing the signal strength due to handoff. What is the cause, or what is the effect on signal strength? Now actually we will see reality is more complex. The common measures of the channel, three common measurements of channel are word error indicator WEI based on if the receiver is able to decode the received signal correctly. Received signal strength indication RSSI, a measure of the received signal strength quality indicator related to the signal to interference of noise ratio. Handoff may depend more reliably on WEI of the current channel rather than RSSI. That means it depends more on word error indicator rather than received signal strength indication. If WI is good, then handoff is not performed. However, it is necessary to accumulate WI measurement over a period of time, whereas RSSI is known instantaneously. To make the handoff decision accurately and quickly, it is desirable to use both WEI and RSSI. However, to use a simple policy for handoff detection can be feasible in practice. For example, GSM specification introduces 6 basic type of causes of handoff with purity disorder: uplink quality, downlink quality, uplink level, downlink level, MS distance, power budget to improve transmission quality in lower power level. What makes the handoff decision? NCHO, network controlled handoff. The network makes the decision. Used in CT2 plus and AMPS. Now next is MCHO, mobile controlled handoff. The mobile decides for itself. Forward and backward. The mobile initiates HO and sends the request to the new AP. Backward, the mobile initiates handover and sends the request to old access point. Used in DECT, PACS and mobile IP. We find MAHO, mobile assisted handoff. What is the name? MAHO. The mobile provides data for the network to make the decision. Used in GSM and CDMA. Now we will learn about NCHO, network controlled handoff. The base station monitors the signal strength and quality from the base station. The network uses multiple current and surrounding base stations to supervise the quality of all current connections by making measurement of RSSI. The MSC makes the decision when and where to effect the handoff. What is the drawback of NCHO? Heavy network signaling traffic and limited radio resources at base stations provide frequent measurement of neighboring links. Long handoff time is up to 10 seconds or more. MCHO, mobile controlled handoff. The mobile decides for itself for monitoring signal strength and quality from the current and candidate base stations. When it finds a better candidate, it initiates a handoff. In MCHQ, most of the work is done by the mobile, as it is known who it can hear, how well it can hear them, and can even consider its battery level, etc. What is the handoff time? Takt 100 to 500 millisecond, PAX 20 to 500 millisecond. MAHO, Mobile Assisted Handoff. The mobile provides data which the network uses to make the decision. Essentially, it is variant of NCHO but uses the mobile to help reduce the handoff time. Example, in GSM, the mobile station transmit measurement twice a second. GSM handoff time is equals 1 second. Note that in both NCHO and MAHO, if the network cannot tell the mobile about the new channel time slot to use before the link quality has decayed too far, then the call may be terminated. Hands off in GSM. We will learn how the hands off process is being carried out in GSM. Handoff is decided by the network, not the mobile station. In GSM, it is the network which decides when to perform handoff operation. BSS criteria. You can see BSS criteria. There are 3 criteria: received signal level, channel quality, distance between mobile station and BTS. Network operation criteria: current traffic load of the cell, ongoing maintenance work, link control for handoff preparation. Periodically, the mobile station checks the download signal strength of its current base station and the neighboring base stations. Uplink signal quality is monitored by the network site. Mobile station sends measurement report to its current base station, and this report is to be evaluated for handoff decision by the network side. Handoff include several procedures: measurement, decision, and destination selection. See downlink and uplink. In downlink, mobile station measurement values are given, then base station measurement, processing and threshold analysis. BSS, handover decision algorithm. MSC, decision selection algorithm. For uplink also, base station measurement values are given, and for downlink, mobile station measurement values are given. Use measurement result from mobile station and base station to identify possible other BSS and target for handover, to determine the optimal moment to execute the HO. Objectives: to keep HO per cell change small. Ideally, HO per cell change is equal to 1. In reality, radio conditions are often not very stable when a mobile station leaves the base station. So, HO per cell changes. Thank you for watching. Hope it had cleared your idea about mobile GPS and handover management.